Hello! Today, we are now in week 3 of mark making. No worries if you missed the first 2. There's always, you can watch the replay. But we're going to be reviewing.
Always
reviewing.
Always.
Happy Halloween!
Hello.
This is Patricia. She's the P.
Mariah.
Together we are PM Artist Studio. Look, we're all duded up today.
Well, I'm just
She couldn't find the hat she wanted.
No, I couldn't. I have a really fabulous black velvet Da Vinci style hat, but I just had to go with blue today.
Yeah, we need to clean
But that's okay. That's okay because we're black and blue, tried and true, through and through.
Do the do.
Do 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 do. So you guys get all of the benefit of this, and we're not going to repeat it. Who's our first person today,
Oh, that's
Mariah?
not true. I'm sure we'll show.
I'm looking at our first person that signed in.
Isabella.
Isabella, I have a surprise for you. You get to pick a print today.
Oh, look at her throwing in things. Hey, and she's also a winner. She's one of the winners of the namers of the stencils.
Well, look at you.
Look at that. Show up early, you get something.
Karma smiles, yeah. And it ain't a worm.
Unless you want worms. Into that sort of thing.
Yeah. Don't know how that'll ship, but.
Oh, that's funny. And Diane is with us. Good morning. Well, actually, it's very early morning there. Like, I think. What time is it there? She's in Australia. I
have a terrible time with that. I have a terrible time in the
US.
United States. When I lived in Alaska, it was horrible. I was always trying to figure out, when to call someone. So there was a 3-hour time lag.
Sometimes 4, because they didn't do the, right?
No, we did.
Okay. See, there are some states that don't. That really messes you up.
Oh, yeah. Arizona. Yeah. They're winners on a lot of fronts there.
We're not going to discuss
And don't
that.
go there.
Okay.
Okay.
And I have red lipstick on, which is just,
Yes.
I decided it's not the right shade, but I don't have lipstick much anymore, so this was the best red I had.
Yeah, I just do my, what is that stuff that
See, I really needed to be
Lizzie
more,
always gives me for Christmas?
so you can see my...
Is it actually, okay, we can stop chit-chat. Now you need to talk about your necklace, because that's,
Yeah. Lisa.
she's borrowing it
I
from
am.
me.
Because it went with my skull shirt, see?
And did you notice my earrings are little chili peppers? I had to shine them up, they were pretty black.
I made this hat. Well, I didn't make the hat, but I embellished the hat further.
Yes. And didn't I have something to do with that?
Yeah, because it's had a couple rounds of things, and we went and bought feathers. Very expensive feathers. Remember that? I mean, they were like $20. Here, we'll take it off so you guys can really appreciate the plumage.
We have the
But look at that, yeah.
tie flying kit in the storage unit that has some feathers in it.
Wow, I need that.
Bust
See?
that out. Oh, very cool, cute. Thank you. Love the hat.
Oh, hey, Lisa's here with us. I thought you were going to be
did you
here.
see?
She's popping in. See,
Oh.
look. Oh, and I have my armor ring on. This is when I got clubbing. This was the ring I got married with because Brad bought it for me on our first date.
Oh.
Yeah, he really liked me. I really liked him.
I just thought he
We
was
really
a boy
liked
toy
him.
until she married
She
him.
did.
Yeah. Bracelets. I have my amethyst, carved amethyst, my carved amethyst, and carved lapis.
I'm really glad that most of these people, I think everybody here is the ones that know us and love us.
And no, we're not.
The art is going to start.
The art is going to
In
start.
fact, we probably should get on that.
Okay. Am I heading over? Do I need to sit here and listen to anything? I don't know.
Well, no, I don't think so. Do you want to kind of...
You're just going to hand me whatever it is I'm going to do.
All right. I'm passing it over. I'm going to P's side. Oh, and I could turn mine on so you guys can still see my plumage, my hat.
And y'all, I was going to clean up my thing, and I just thought,
Move down it.
It's
Why
just-
are you so dark over there for some reason? The lighting changed on us. Well, put your hand in there. I think it'll adjust and hopefully get... There we go. Yeah, it went a little better. Okay. And I'm going to...
You moved my light up.
I did. Because
Was it too?
It expands. Well, and then it hits right on
okay.
the thing. So
Yeah,
I'm hoping
right
that's
now.
a little better. There we go. Okay, who else is coming in? All right, Candy and Ann is here, and we got Sharon. Evelyn. Hello. I think she's back again, Evelyn. You were here last week, right? I think Evelyn came in last week. Let us know, Evelyn.
You need to pass
Judy
me
P.
something.
Oh, I do. Here. Number one. Number one.
Okay, this is what
Let me tell you, there's been a lot of discussion about all this. Oh, you're supposed to turn that off. She's like, why does it keep doing that?
and I don't
Because
even...
you have messages that you don't read anyway. That's what it means.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I cleared out my email the other day. It was 10,000.
Did you
It took about 2 hours.
Serious? You spent time doing that?
Oh, I didn't clear. I mean, no, I just hit
Dump
the
the whole-
button and said dump.
Oh, but it
Took 2 hours to dump. Okay.
She does it like once a year. It's like a fall cleaning thing.
I have a lot of things on there that I don't even do anymore. Okay, this is what we sat around and did yesterday because I told Mariah, I said, you know, I'm just feeling overwhelmed.
Yes.
And she said, well, let's use the sticky note method. So we
Good
are
morning,
using
Joanne.
the sticky note method of
It really is
organizing.
our best thing.
It is. All right, so I just wanted to, as you can see, I haven't made a cover for mine yet, but I have intentions for doing that. Perhaps that'll be a...
Those are all her mark-making zines.
These, yeah, and you can see it's getting to be quite the...
Let us know in the
Little
chat, or
book.
if you're watching the replay, let us know in the comments. Have you been working on your mark-making?
Okay, well, you know, when I was actually teaching in the classroom, the next stage after lines was always shapes. And I think that's kind of where we're going to go with this today. The emphasis is going to be more on lines used to create patterns, textures, shapes,
This is when the
forms.
the dot that went on a walk decided to become a marathon runner.
Or to go around the block. Come on, that's a pretty good one. Alrighty, so that's basically what we're going to do.
Yes.
And I don't know, I think I'm just going to start with the gel plate.
Yes. That's because, remember last week we kind of left off there and we're like, we really should just dedicate some serious time to all these cool technique things. And please keep in mind that this is kind of this is the moment when everything comes together.
This is, and I'm trying to get I'm trying to decide which gel plate to use first.
Right.
Because we're going to use a lot of them today. The whole idea...
Here, and I'm
I
gonna...
don't have any idea what that is. Oh, well.
That might make me go away.
Mariah told me I had hair on my hat. We don't know if it's animal or human, but, you know, it's just another form of protein.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I don't really get all wigged out about animal hair. Oh, you're trying to give me a little bit more. Do I have a down spot or something?
I don't
Well,
know.
that's odd.
It is. It's odd. I don't know why you seem kind of in the dark over there.
Okay.
There. See? I think once you start getting some color things in the shot,
It's gonna
go a little
start letting me know. Okay, basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to prepare this plate. So, this is kind of something that I discovered. I'm sure it's not new. I feel sure that someone out there has done this before.
Let's also mention that this is the transparent white, which she was very angry at for a while.
Yes.
But she has since then found purpose for it.
I have. And, you know, that's just... You don't want to get rid of any of your stuff. Because as soon as you do, you're going to figure out what you needed it for.
Well,
that applies to a lot of things.
Or you got to play around with it long enough to figure out its purpose
Really?
in your life.
All right, you just need a dribble. Not even a dab, just a dribble. Because, oh, and here it goes. You want to put that on thin as piss on a platter. That is an
been waiting all week
old
to say that.
simile that they use in West Texas.
Now tell your story.
Well, we got a little while. That's going to dry. I'm not going to make you sit. But I am going to lift it up so you can really appreciate how thin. You can see my hand through there, right? Can you see it?
Like thin as a ghost.
You should almost be able to read a newspaper through your plate.
If you had good eyesight.
If you had good eyesight. Here, I'll put this underneath. Okay.
Yeah.
You can almost read that. Okay. Then I'm going to put this aside and let this dry.
Anne says that getting rid of stuff always leads to sadness.
What is it?
Getting rid of stuff always leads to sadness.
Oh, yes, it does.
I'll tell you what, Anne. You and P are two peas in a pod.
That's why I said Ann and I could never live together.
No, I don't think so. You would really need a whole
The health department would be. And we certainly couldn't keep small children there because, yeah. Well, as you can see, I didn't do too much cleaning there on that plate. But that's okay. I don't really care. I probably don't need that edge out there anyway. So,
all right,
2 brushes. Back to brushes.
She's just prepping the one plate. It's going to go off to the side. We're going to wait for that for a minute. Remember, last week, what we had talked about is doing the brush marks on directly on the ink on the plate. And then there was kind of that little bubbly, I said it ended up looking like
Squash blossoms.
Yes, thank you. The coffee hasn't kicked in yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get that bubbly, veiny look, which is cool.
Hey, you have an exemplar of that over there somewhere.
do.
I'll talk about this brush business very quickly because most of you that are here saw this last week.
Yes.
You don't want the fluffy, nice feeling brushes. You want the ones that kind of poke holes in you. Those
I'm in charge of the
stiff.
stacks this week. We decided that might go a little bit better.
And if they're synthetic, that's all the better.
I don't know if it's going any better.
Is it?
It is. 1 second here. Okay, so we got our ink on the plate. Yes. I really wanted these like spread out. I might put these down on the floor. But here is...
Okay.
And I posted this in some of the groups. I know some of you guys saw it. But this is what you kind of did last week. This one.
Oh, yeah. And that's what that nice veiny looking.
Yes. And that was directly on the plate, like what you're going to do right now.
On the plate.
Now, what she's trying to do over there, should I show that yet?
What?
The one that's prepping over there.
No, I'm going to do some gold.
Okay. Right now?
Oh, I don't have to. But I thought I would.
Okay, you do what you need to do.
All right, iridescent bronze. Fine, golden. This is fluid acrylic. It's not the high flow acrylic. It's just fluid. There's a difference between these two. This one is really watery. It has a little ball in it. You need to shake it up. I kind of forget to do that.
And then it also has that different tip on it.
Yeah, it does. Okay, it doesn't hurt to shake up the gold. I don't know. You should shake up the gold. Oh, great. That's not working. Seal shut. I haven't used this for a few days.
Good morning, Robin.
Good morning.
She says, she's apparently her fingers aren't. Oh, I almost thought that says better, so it says better than near. I thought she said she needed a beer.
I thought, boy, that's just starting early.
It's Halloween, though. It's okay.
Yeah. It's a holiday. I'm just trying to get this gunk out of here so this shuts up a little bit.
Oh, that's a good one. Diane says they are fluent in Taiwanese.
All right, now this is basically how I do this. I'm sure that there's probably another way to do it, you know, that's more efficient or, you know.
So she's moving into
Cool
onto
looking.
the brush stroke.
Brush stroke.
Fan brush.
Fan brush.
Little circles on the plate. The gold is most wonderful for this.
It is, and what I really like about this gold is it sticks.
It dries quick.
Dries very quickly.
And when you're doing mark making, the drying quickly,
Yeah,
it seems to be a plus for most.
Well, it certainly is if you're doing it live. I mean, who wants to sit around and watch paint dry? I don't know. There are some people that like that.
Maybe. Put some music with it, but be careful what kind of music you put with it. There's always some haters.
Boy, don't you want to just tell those people to
like, wow.
bite it? And you probably have a little left over on your thing. And what I really like to do is I like to get a variety of them going on here.
You know what we didn't talk about?
Sizes. What?
We didn't talk about our winners
Well,
of the stencil business.
Chicken dinner.
Although we're going to do a lot of stencil stuff today, right, P?
Pardon, yes.
Yes.
That is my intention.
As we said, Isabella is one of our winners. Leslie, who is here. And Debbie, I haven't seen Debbie in the chat, but she is part of the Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists. I did announce it over there. You get a lot of info that we don't post elsewhere in Makers.
Okay.
And that would be one of the things. So, yes, congrats to you guys. You'll be getting your ATC. You know, I'll throw in some other little things. Isabella's going to get her print because she showed up first.
Yeah, and she needs to tell me which one she wants because she gets to pick.
Do you want from, like, today's stuff? Or we'll do a post in Makers, and then you can kind of pick one there.
Yeah.
Or if you see something during the live, just say, oh, that's the one. And then I'll try to remember. We'll put a sticky note on it.
Okay, now what I did with the gold one is I just set it back over behind me, and it is now
drying.
Drying.
We're trying to get a lot of these ones out of the way that need a little bit of time to, you know.
Because one of the reasons that I've never allowed or never really been interested in doing this during a live is, I mean, who wants to sit around and I don't do hair dryers. I don't even use a hair dryer on my hair.
Well, plus don't they say not to really do that on your plate?
Well, this one woman does. She uses her...
Who's the woman?
I don't know.
She can't remember.
It's
not out of the fact that, like, we're trying to be sneakerative.
No.
We're not being sneakerative.
No, we're not. And I did want to
She does write some
talk
down.
about some people today.
Who do you want to talk about today?
Well, who's the one that we watched the other day that sort of inspired my color palette for...
Oh, well, Kylie Koo was one for sure.
Yes, Kylie.
I was like, man, you're busting out with a lot of the pinks and the reds, and Kylie had done that on hers. And then
that kind of plum and orange.
And then we were watching some stuff from Froyle Davies.
Okay, I think that's the one.
Yes.
That was a funny name.
And she does, well, she kind of goes in series, which is really great. But she was using a lot of those similar reds and oranges and really deep, warm, what do they say, jewel tones.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and this, I just didn't wash that out and, you know.
Oh, Aunt, see, I used to do that. I just haven't done it in years. She's packing little Halloween treat bags. I used to even, like, make, like, little labels for them, and that's before I had my own kid and had time to do things like that.
It's almost like what happens a lot of times when you do the sprays on the plate, you get that veiny...
It pulls in.
Pulling in. Now, I don't have anything on the plate. So this is just... And basically, I'm just trying to get some marks on here that look kind of interesting.
Hey, and which brush are you using there?
This is the flat. Thank you, Mariah.
You're very welcome.
And if you want some areas to be a little more bold and dark, you just come in and dab on some of your paint. Now, I will tell you, this little booger right here, when I'm doing this will be a while drying.
We might get to this back at the end.
Yeah, and I really, you know, I hate
We hate doing that to you, but...
I hate doing that to you, but you just have to hang in there with me. And I needed to put a little more water in my middle thing there. It's floating around and messing up my... Oh, when we had a little run there. Whoa, just get back on there. Okay. That goes back in its little box over here.
Things are drying.
Things are drying.
It's kind of like the kitchen thing, you know? It's like...
All right, now here's one I prepped. And I know it's dry because I did it last night.
But this is the same as you just did the very first one with the transparent white.
Yes.
First layer.
And I'm going to take a little of my water here and pour it in this middle thing so it stays put instead of rolling around and
She's got kind of a weird water system going on over here. I'm not
well, it takes up less real estate when I stack them.
She's got a dish inside of a dish.
Okay. So I'm just trying to get the excess water out of there. What did...
I was wondering. So Anne says, sneaker active is a great word. Oh, spell check changed my word. It was supposed to be sneakerative. Hashtag.
Hey, tell them about hip. Oh, that was pretty funny.
Okay, so I don't know if some of you have noticed that I've been adding the stencils to both the Instagram and Facebook shop because they said, hey, you want to do this? And I'm like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. But I added hip to be square and stompy rocks yesterday. Well, it rejected them because it said that you're not allowed to sell medical items
and body parts.
or body parts. I'm like,
oh,
so
isn't that great?
I sent it back into them, telling them that it was. And actually, I changed it. I was like, I changed the name to Cool to be Square because it was supposed to be hip to be square. But if that bothers you guys, so that's funny. That's what happens when you let just
absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm like, we're not like who's selling hips in art supplies? But I guess you could. Actually, that's probably not far off. Maybe I don't know. I'm just worried that you're selling real hips.
Yeah, no kidding. That's kind of spooky. Oh, I watch shows
Good morning,
about
Laura.
People selling illegal body parts. Now this
as art supplies.
Yeah. Well, not as art supplies.
Good morning, Dawn. Look at her little flower work there. But see how different, and which brush are you using for that one?
A pointed round.
Pointed round. To do her little mark-making flower work. But this is on top of that very thin layer of transparent white, creating a little bit more of a surface. And you guys are the ones that suggested that. And we were like, yeah, that's pretty brilliant. But we had to work out and make sure that timing-wise, we understood what needed to be done. And then we're like, plus, we needed a full session of gel plate.
Yeah.
Because just busting it out there at the end is so tricky. And then, of course, P did wonderful things after we went off air.
Okay, I'm just giving you a little grass down here at the bottom. I know, isn't
full scene.
There you go.
There you go. Good morning, Chris.
And I think this would make a nice little card. This is where you practice your brush strokes. Practice, 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 practice.
Oh, do you want to talk about the holding of the brush and kind of, moving the arm? Just
well, it helps if you want to get those nice little pointy jobs. Here, we'll add a little more grass down here. I'll show you. Pointy. Am I in the right spot here?
You're perfect.
Okay, good. And you can see it's kind of doing a little bit. I'm having drainage.
So windy.
Okay, you put it down and you flick it.
Oh, that's a wrist movement, though.
This is for this. We're not doing calligraphy. Yeah.
It says we need to do a whole line of stencils named after body parts. I'll just know that it's going to take a little extra time because, the
you have to
explain
to.
It doesn't go
Facebook
through their automatic check. You got to have some real people look at it and go, oh, okay, yeah, those are stencils. That's not body parts.
Okay, so our
definitely a good story for the Halloween episode.
Our other plate here is dry. Okay.
Oh, hello, Felicia.
Hi, Felicia. Felicia's practicing her brush strokes. Okay, now I got to tell you this. This is really funny. I don't know if I can find it, but okay. So I thought, what word do I want to calligraphy onto my plate? That would be something applicable to the whole process. And I was thinking about practice and perpendicular and all that. And I thought, well, I think patience is a really good word. So I wrote it out. Well, here's the rub, y'all. it's not going to work. It's going to pull
backwards.
backwards. You got to have a mirror to read it. I thought that was. I just thought that was hysterical.
Well, I don't know which pop you put it in. Maybe in this last one here.
So I'm just going to do letters here that you know are more or less the same both ways. That's the way you get around that.
Oh, like a... Oh.
But you can see what you can do.
Oh, look at that. That looks
With
quite beautiful.
With your flat brush. Okay, now I'm going to get another one here that's flat, and I hope I'm going to be able to use
I don't know that you gave me that one, to be honest, but that's okay. I'll post it in Makers, guys. That's what I'll do.
But you can see here, you're getting much more definition. And it is doing a bit of, you know, weirdness.
The little pull in. Oh, I was kind of mesmerized there for a moment. That's good stuff.
Okay.
Anne says those letters are gorgeous.
Now we're just going to put that aside.
Sharon was going to paint her hand screen for the live last night, but decided that that might get really messy. Yes. I got to tip my hat every once in a while. It starts, the weight of it falls back. Now
all right. Now we are dry. This is what I really love about using.
The mark making with the gold, using the
mark
fan
making
brush.
with the gold. Now I'm going to put that out of the way because as sloppy as I am, I can just see me whacking that and knocking that all over and having to clean that up in the middle of what fun is that? Not. Okay. Now, basically what I'm going to pull this with is one of Mo and I's favorite colors. Prussian.
It's really cool, the contrast between the Prussian blue.
Mariah, does this say Prussian blue?
Yes.
Thank you.
Boy, oh boy, yeah.
That's,
whatever decision that
you
was,
know,
black type on top of
an
blue
old
paint.
person did not design this container or the writing on it.
I feel like I missed something there in the chat. Who's Charlie?
What?
We need to know who Charlie is. I'm assuming maybe Cat. There's some shenanigans happening in a craft room. Candy's craft room. Which I think she just recently cleaned up.
Alright, I'm just making sure this is nice and smooth.
You can almost see the
You
swirls
can't.
through it. I can see it in the camera.
I can see them. I'm going to try to take off another layer of paint.
Oh, grandbaby. Oh, grandbaby's in studios. We know all about that.
Okay, now do you see what's happening
Oh,
here?
I see that line you
I'm
got right
still
there in the middle.
pulling
paint.
Evening it out. Mariah noticed that we had a line, bless her heart.
Thanks for pointing that out there, Captain.
You gotta have one of those in every crowd. Alright, now we're getting someplace here. If I can get this done without having a bunch of...
Did you get it squared away, Marianne? She was having some sound issues.
Some what issues?
Sound issues.
Oh.
Oh, 1-year-old. Oh, goodness.
Oh, we remember that. We'll
Oh.
put that.
Just
Whoa.
don't turn away for a second. Yes, and a lot of no's. And remember, and Izzy would. That's when she started to say, no, 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 no.
Working. Oh, we have a great video. All right, now I am using this fabulous Baron that I received from Marianne, every time I use this, I send you little kisses. I hope you're receiving them.
Kisses, that's what we're sending.
Hey, and I'm going to, if I remember to do it towards the end here, I'm going to use a couple of your...
Oh, the prints that you sent that we wanted to play with. Oh, and while I kind of am thinking about it, and those of you that are here, we'd love it if you give the video a thumbs up. That always helps. If you're watching the replay, please do the same. Leave comments below. We love that. It helps out. And we are getting closer. And who knows, depending on the day, we've had some spammy issues and whatnot. So our, sub count goes up and down in weird places, but whatever. One of these days we'll reach 2,000 and hopefully it'll stay there.
It's just, I mean, I'm like, Mariah, look.
Yeah, we're
17 something.
Yeah, we're
and then
not there. I don't know. And
2 hours later, it's back down to. I don't know what that
1680 something
business is all about.
Remember, when we hit 2,000 subscribers, we are going to do a giveaway.
I added a whole bunch of stuff yesterday.
Oh, looky here, and we're even going to include. It'll probably. Well, actually, I know it's going to expand further than this. But we are going to include one of our, little job ticket folder things because we love these and think, hey, it's kind of like the Oprah. Her favorite things. We're going to send you a lot of our favorite things. That's what's going to be in the giveaway. Whether you like it or not.
You will like it.
As we have been doing each week, please come back. Leave comments in the comment section below. You must come back and leave the comment and say that you want to be entered into the 2,000 subscriber giveaway. And we will get you signed up for that week. So each week you can come back and get an entry. And then we're going to do this big spinning wheel once we actually for sure confirm 2,000 subscribers.
Okay, I hardly ever bust this big plate out, but I'm trying. I have some drying issues back behind me, so
she's having drying issues.
So we're just gonna go.
Dryness usually is not an issue, but in this case, it is. Sorry, that was
trying to get this
fairly inappropriate, but still.
I'm not even gonna.
She's not going
digging
there.
If I'm not going to. I'm not gonna be the one that's accused of
inappropriateness.
Inappropriateness.
As she, her something on a platter comment. And you didn't even tell the story.
I gotta tell them the story. Okay, so I was in Baltimore.
Yes, here's the other funny thing about, she tells me all these stories about Baltimore. I actually went to Baltimore with them, but I was there the first week. They did all these awesome, cool things the week after I left.
We went to museums and an antique store, which you would have been bored out of your mind. Probably. And, you would have had to pee or you were hungry or whatever.
Have a drink.
Yes. There was a bar next door, so I guess that would have worked out well. But anyway, I bought my step-granddaughter, who is absolutely precious and wonderful, this antique mirror in this store. And it was really cheap because it was broken. It was kind of messed up. But I knew I already had a plan on what I was going to do. So we had walked from her house to the downtown area in what was the name of that area?
Oh,
it was oh gosh, it was
it starts with a C, I believe. Anyway, let us know in the chat. It's the Baltimore area downtown, and I think it starts with a C.
I don't know. It'll come to me. But anyway, so we bought the mirror.
There's
in the meantime,
a lot of bars there, right? There were a lot of bars.
Yeah.
That's what I remember.
I could tell them about the taxi ride.
This is why she didn't let me stay for 2 weeks.
Anyway, Mariah, you keep interrupting.
Sorry.
Okay, so here we are waiting for the mirror to be he wrapped it up. I told him it really wasn't necessary. And in the interim, it started raining. And I mean not just a little, dab of dribble. Raining. Cats and dogs. Or, as we say in West Texas, like a cow pissing on a flat rock. And I told the owner of the store, and he just thought that was absolute. He had never heard that before. Well, obviously, he'd never been to Texas. And he thought that was hysterical. So we did have to load the mirror into the in the rain in the back of the car. It just barely fit. We're having a moment there about the mirror. I'm going to have to walk it home in the rain. But
like over your
we
head.
did get it home. And it is a lovely, lovely beveled glass old
That's nice.
mirror.
But there you go. There's the
Yeah, that's the story
that's
behind
the
it.
platter story.
Okay, so now, Mariah, I need you to consult our sticky notes. I'm finished with number 1. What was number 2?
Okay, well hold
While
on one
plates are
second.
drying.
So Chris would like to know, what are you feeding those plates? They're growing by the minute. I thought that was like
You know, I need one more.
okay, what am I supposed to
But you know what I thought about? I bet this is my
you
only
order it?
big
did you
number
order-
2.
But did you order one?
I haven't.
Oh,
I'm
you-
going to order an 8 by 10 and cut it down to 4 by 5 because that's a size I don't have. Oh, looky here.
Look at us being organized. I love it.
This is I really like this pink clip.
I know. I
Yeah.
hang it here. There we go.
There we go.
We did lose one of our chewed up, and I don't know if you guys remember this, but I did post a picture of it a while back in Makers of the chewed up clippy clip, and then I was accusing P of stealing it, and then all of a sudden I was cleaning out some of Izzy's stuff, and I found it inside of one of her things. So
Bless her little
I know
heart.
what.
All right, you can see what brush I used here.
Did you really use that one?
Oh no, I
No.
didn't.
I was
Sorry.
gonna say there's no way.
I lied.
lady.
Okay, this
There.
is the little one. And here's your 45-degree angle. You keep it at 45 degrees, you can always get those nice thick and thins.
Tell them about that brush again. That's the sad kind of just.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
better
bless
days
his
fan
heart.
brush.
It is just, you know, it. Okay, see where I am? Wiggle, wiggle. Here. Here. Here.
So just abuse one of your fan brushes, and you can get that.
But make sure it's synthetic, because the synthetic really holds up much better than the natural bristles.
Oh, thank you
Save
for
your
doing that,
natural
Judy.
bristles for your watercolors. And I've talked to Mariah. I think we're going to do watercolors.
Yeah, we're gonna move to watercolors next week with the mark making kind of in mind, taking those to the next level. We've
Okay.
like done the gel plate printing, taking mark making to the next level. Let's now do a little bit of it, expand upon what we'd shown you in that very first live stream with some kind of teasers
Yeah.
of the watercoloring. So we want, because I think a lot of you guys were really interested in that. So we're gonna
All right.
dedicate a stream.
Yeah. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you techniques. I'm not going to teach you how to draw and make things. I'm going to teach you basic techniques so you can just take it from there. I'm not sure why this ended up in here. It really shouldn't be in here.
I don't know. You kept moving it around.
I know. But it really is, what you can see is it's a stencil ghost print.
We need to get on into those stencils.
We do. Oh, okay. Well, here's some more mark making. And a lot of these were done without.
Without the white semi-transparent.
Yes.
They were direct to plate.
Direct to play.
Then pulled with
Yeah.
whatever, chalk paint.
I'm going to keep this one out because I really like that darkness of that. I'm not sure I like the
Well, that
lightness.
kind of needs to go into our... We're going to also end up doing a dedicated stream to stenciling over gel prints in various
Yeah.
ways. Because we've got
And-
some ideas, and then we've had some cool things happen over the last few weeks that we'd like to really show you how that happened.
Okay, now this has already been mark maked on.
Mark McDonald.
Mark maked on. So basically what I'm going
Mo
to...
will probably hashtag that one.
Yeah.
Mark McMahon.
Yeah. Oh.
Murmur.
And it was kind of light, so I'm going to see what happens here if I go ahead and do something over the top that I need to rinse that out.
Yes, let the kid let the
What?
kids use the brushes, and then it will be beaten up quickly. Yes.
Yes, Izzy is not allowed to use...
She only has certain brushes.
Yes, and she'll hold them up and say, Gigi,
Can I have this one?
can I use this one? I'll make you a star. You,
that one of my
you
brushes?
can use that one. All right, we know that X's are important.
Are you gonna put that back on the plate?
I am.
Ooh.
I'm going to try to pull
and see what it does.
if I can get a ghost print transfer.
So this is the stuff that we've been like, okay, we've got to show this, but how do we show it and not be, you know, because it gets a little complicated on, you know, at what point in time, you know, there really isn't a wrong answer to that. I mean, you can just layer it up. But you do get different results. And the thicker your ink goes on, the more likely, hopefully, fingers crossed, we're going to have this result that we're yammering on about.
Yes, hopefully. All right, now I'm just going to do here, since this is already started with, it's been stamped on, it's been splattered on, and now we're just going to do some nice little...
All right, Evelyn wants to know, can you watercolor on the jelly, on the gel plate?
You know, some people do. I've not had very good results with that. It's kind of the same as I'm doing here. It's
I think you have to be pretty quick about it.
Well, I think
right?
you might have really good luck with it if you did the, and I haven't tried that, the method that I just showed you with the white.
Semi-transparent white.
And then you've got a nice surface to work on.
Yeah, it's not something we have done a lot of.
No.
Or any of, really. In that, like, direct on the plate.
I have tried it. I didn't. I was very...
She didn't show me her results.
They weren't that impressive, trust me. If I'd been excited about it, I would have shown you. Okay, you know, I look at this, and if I can see a little bit of shiny there, then it's probably not quite dry. Okay, this is an interesting one, because it's got the kind of puzzly looking stuff over here.
And I think we showed that in the very week one. And
I
then
think we did too, and then I did some gel printing over the top of it. But, you know, just because you do a gel print over the top of it once, that doesn't mean it's...
You can't keep on layering.
And if you make these really, really rapid and not quite, you know, perfect or whatever, I think they're a lot more interesting.
Yeah, I like
It's kind of like planting daffodils. If you want them to be naturalized, you just pitch them out there and then you plant them wherever they land. That's the same thing here.
Is that
Okay.
true, or are you just making things up?
I think it's true.
Let us know.
And I think, you know, we always talk about layering.
Yes.
Well, this is definitely doing some layering. And
Because this is that's layer number 3 that you're putting on right now.
Yeah. And we're going for number 4.
Yeah.
Just because that's the kind of people we are. I'm not happy with 1 or 2.
No, never.
More is better. Oh, that's not true. I watched this video once. It was a video that I showed my high school students, and it was Picasso who actually allowed himself to be, and I don't know if they have that on YouTube, but it's something to watch. And he's going along there, and, you know, it's like, you need to stop now. He didn't. He went ahead and screwed it all up, and he knew he screwed it up.
Did he come back and say that he did?
No, he didn't, but
Well,
you could tell.
you could tell in his
Yeah.
face that it was like, oh, well,
Yeah.
But they got the video camera here.
I'm just kind of liking this over here, so I'm really just going to kind of come in and hit some of these spots because...
To darken them up.
Darken them up a bit, and hopefully get a interesting transfer.
Because that's why we had said we're transferring, because now we have layered up enough that some of these things, fingers crossed, if it goes well, it will leave, and she's going to be able to get, what, 1 or 2, sometimes 3 pulls off of...
Oh, no, not off of this one.
Not off of this, no.
This is the one where I dig into the
Okay. Sorry.
dig into the surface. And that'll be great because we can just pull that. I'm trying to get things here that I can pull without
So once she's, yeah, I got you. So once we kind of get going, we'll
Once
say,
we-
hey,
yeah.
remember, this is the,
Yeah, and that's your job because
Okay.
the stylus thing is what I want to really. Okay. Well, you know what? We're going to pull this whether it's dry or not. I think it is. Okay, so now we look at the color we've got here, and I want something that is going to.
Sharon says she's seen people use a layer of dish soap. Have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
I mean, that sort of makes sense.
Dish soap for.
I guess creating a layer to be able to pull it.
I don't know.
It's like it would loosen it up. I would be a little bit worried about.
Yeah, I don't know. I just worry about what is, you know, the dish soap part in my plate. I don't know.
That, well, and then how it will possibly break down the paint. Maybe not right then and there, but
I don't know, but you know, I can research that, and I'm certainly willing to
or
try that.
Robin's good too. Robin, if you
Hey,
know
Robin,
Robin's
yeah,
always the one that knows.
we
these.
always rely back on you because I
Yeah,
think.
she knows a lot more than we do about those sorts of things for sure.
Okay, this has got some yellow on it. I just know right now that I want it to be transparent because I want all the goodness and the stuff and to show through. What?
Hello, Christy. Good morning.
Is that our Christy
Yes, happy Halloween.
from Georgia?
She's watching from her yearly shrimp fest at Red Lobster. Are you there alone, or is John with you? He's allergic to shellfish. That John Meese. That's probably why she only gets to go there once a year. Oh, let's see here. Okay. Sharon says yes with the watercolor. She's very into wants to do the watercolor
Okay,
stuff.
that is much more interesting. But now,
Okay.
here's the thing we've got here.
I think I see some things there.
Do you see some
I
things
think
there?
so. I hope so.
I hope so. I
This
hope
is so exciting.
This is so exciting. All right, now what do we want to pull that with? We want to pull that with something that has a little. Oh, here it is.
Let's see here.
Okay, we're just gonna.
Oh, Joanne asked. I was wondering. Anne answered back. Joanne, I was looking for her. She says, "Why are the X's so important? They're just they're a great mark." Basically,
And the reason that I did this is because the X doesn't have a right or a wrong way on the plate, so
Yeah.
it's not going to be backwards.
Yeah, that's a good, flippy letter.
Yeah. Flippy letter.
Zeros,
All right.
X's and O's.
X's and O's. X's and O's.
Lots of fluff.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to let that.
Robin says dish soap won't hurt the plate.
All right, good to know. You know, I've never done anything to my plates except baby wipe.
But see, dish soap has a surfactant, so it will break up the paint. Yeah, see, that's what I was worried about. I figured that, I mean, it makes sense that the reason you can wash your brushes and things of that nature with it is because it's going to break it down somewhat.
Yeah.
And so that would make sense that over time, I would definitely think that it would have an effect on the paint. I knew Robin would know. Thank you, Robin.
I'll tell you
Oh,
what.
here she goes with her Miami Vice blue. Blue skies, y'all. Blue skies.
That's right.
Flowers and blue skies. You saw it here. Peas.
I really wanted to do brown, but I'm just, trying to expand my color base. And
She's brightening it up for Halloween. She's making
Yeah.
it, spectacular. It's going to be light, which is what you want.
yeah, now I could have gone just plain, yeah, we'll make it.
I know. Yes, give us a drum roll in the drum roll in the chat. They say that on some of those content creator videos. Give us a drum roll.
Because remember, what's on the plate now is what's going to come off the plate. This is like glass painting.
Yeah, the back side. Yeah, you have to think about. I'm always very impressed with the people that do things inside a gel, or the glass painting, or the people that do the pancakes.
Yeah.
Because you really have to think about that, and my brain doesn't always think about that so well. All right, you went a little blurry because you're
Going fast?
Yeah, you're going fast. And there we go. We're back in.
All right, now we're going to let that dry. I know there's a lot of let that dry today.
Let that dry today.
But you can...
There you go.
There you go. Look at that.
Little preview.
Preview. It's kind of misty moisty.
Misty moisty.
Yeah.
That was a hashtag. Misty moisty.
Misty moisty morning and cloudy was the weather, and I'm about tired of this thing. It's taking up my plate and it's wet, and we'll just see what happens when we put something on top of it. It's really important to show you sometimes what not to do.
Yeah. Or just when you're fed up with it and you need the plate and she wants to move on.
Yeah. Some of it will come off, you know, splendidly. Others will just smush around and be kind of a gray.
Let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
Hey, today we did mark the live stream as comedy. Not as educational.
Okay, wow, that's some good line making there. Boy,
that's like a sandstorm.
And look at this wonderful brayer off. I mean, you know, this is a twofer. Okay.
Oh, goodness.
Well, that's really, you know,
Oh, Christy's alone in the corner at the Red Lobster. That's all right.
Oh, I would join you.
Could drink some fish.
Ask her what
drinks.
she's eating. What'd you get?
She's having shrimp, I think. That's what
Shrimp?
she said.
Scampi or?
Because John won't even, he won't even go into a
Oh, yeah, because he
seafood
has
place.
that
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah.
All right, I've already messed this up, so I'm kind of like, what the hey?
What the hey?
What the hey? We might as well just go ahead and, you know.
Oh, and I did. I didn't look at what it was, but I figured, you know, we'll drop a little PM into the misty moisty.
Okay, we got a little murder going on here. That's always good.
It's Halloween.
It's Halloween.
I think what you should do is use your stylus. Why don't you make it a little stylus one, since you've got quite a bit of paint there, and
you know I
it's
do.
questionable of what's happening there. So we might as well, you know, make it on point with what we're doing.
I'll make some very angry marks.
Very angry X's.
There we go.
Might be the best one ever. Who knows?
All right.
Oh, she's having scampi and coconut. Oh.
Ooh, yummy.
All right.
Maybe we can talk the guys into going and getting us some stuff, Mariah.
We'll get all loaded up and go to the Red Lobster.
We could. Well,
Ooh,
I love that. Marbly looking,
Don't
kind
love
of.
Outfit? Yeah.
Yeah. All right, now here's the other really great thing about turning these babies upside down. I don't know, you probably all know that.
Ooh.
You can see what you're going to get, and if you don't like it, you can turn it back over, rub it all. Look at that. That is absolutely stunning. I love it.
Yeah, that's a good
And I still
Halloween.
got some.
Yeah, some little marky make things happening there.
But look at that opacity there. Oh my gosh, I think that is. Robin McClendon, you looking at that?
Robin, you watching our videos?
You watching that?
Comment below. Somebody share our video with her.
All right.
You know Robin.
Okay, now I got to get something.
We got a couple of Robins.
I think I'm ready to pull my plate, but I got to keep my rotation going here. So, what do I want to put on here? Come on, Mariah, help me out. Okay, I know. Let's do a...
I was taking a drink of water.
Oh, but this is just pulling, but that's all right.
Now, Sharon was asking about clear gesso. I wasn't ignoring you. I just wanted to make sure we got through this. This is similar.
This is extra heavy gel medium Amsterdam. The only reason I have this because it's quite pricey.
Very pricey.
And I just, oh great.
And also a little bit hard to find. Like, they didn't have the extra heavy on Amazon.
I just got some yellow in there, so I'm getting more out there.
Goodness.
I'm trying to clean it out. It probably won't be a big
That was
deal.
a bricky move.
It is. Whoa. Okay, so we still have some mucky muck and smushy smush on
Oh,
there.
Judy said that was a beautiful murder scene.
It was. What did I do with that?
Oh, I saw your order, Dawn. It will be going out very soon.
It is. You can see the axe flying through the air. Yeah.
We said it was comedy. There's also a little horror.
Well, it's Halloween. We have to, you know.
What is it? So it's a romantic comedy or a horror comedy? I don't know what it is. Horrorcore?
Wow. I didn't say that, y'all. I didn't say that. Okay. Now, what did I do with it?
Horcom. That's it. There we go.
I'm trying to find my carbon black that I just could swear I put back on my thing here.
I don't know. I don't see it.
I don't either. Oh, well, we'll just go with Van Dyke Brown. That's close to
Did
black.
you put it on your other cart?
No.
Wow.
It's MIA. Oh, it's over here.
She found it.
Never
found it
mind.
over here.
I'll use brown because this Van Dyke Brown is like,
I know, but
you know.
I like that carbon
Black.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I do too. But we've got a lot of that. We'll just use a little mucky. You know, we'll go for the swamp look here.
Anne says you better spell that correctly. Yes, no doubt.
What is it?
This might get real interesting.
All right, now I'm just making sure I mix that around really good because otherwise you're going to get some white streaks in there. And I mean, you know, it may not upset you. It kind of upsets me. You know, not greatly, but somewhat.
Slightly.
Slightly.
Slightly mixed.
Okay, you want this very juicy. And you notice I did not put any retarder in. That is the other thing that you can add if you are, you know, kind of slow and you're very contemplative about your marks.
Or you're using stencils. It's also a great time to use the retarder because
yes,
it gives you the time to place it and rub. Ooh, I like that. Oh. So she got it really, the reason she's saying get it really juicy is so that way you can make the deep lines. Because we're hoping to get about 3 pulls off of this.
Yes, ma'am. We are. You are absolutely
100%
correct in
We
that.
talk about these things throughout the week.
Yes, we do. In ad nauseum.
Yes.
All right, now the first one, you just want to pat it lightly. Just pat it like you would a baby's bottom.
Or petting the kitty.
Petting the kitty.
Pet the kitty.
You don't want to really squish it because otherwise you're going to pull it all off at once, and that's not what you want.
You want to leave a little behind.
You want to leave
Look at
a
that.
little behind.
It's like she's been doing this all week long.
And look at those wonderful smushy marks. Can you see the smushy marks?
Yes.
Smushy marks.
You got great smush.
Got great smush. Number 2. Now we're going to press slightly. Oh, that's really icky.
What happened there?
Oh, big
Oh, she got a
blob of
chunk.
paint.
See, here's the stack of, you know.
Oh, well, that was right on the edge. I should have caught that. Oh, well.
I got examples
just
if
paper.
you.
Yeah.
I got the examples queued up.
All right, now I'm going to let that dry for a little bit before I pull the last one. Because that's when you get some really interesting things.
Yes. Would you like to?
I would.
Okay, very good. Look at me on top
I
of
would.
things
I'll
here.
show those very quickly, and then I'm going to pull my golden circles. But this is what I'm hoping for. See this effect right here?
All right, hold on. You're a little blurry because you moved
Oh.
too quick.
Okay.
There, I think we're coming back in.
Aren't those cute little clippies? Mariah got those.
I like those. I'm gonna make more clusters one day.
All right, so look at this.
Hold
Isn't
on,
this
you gotta
just...
hold one up to the camera so it'll focus in. Ooh. Look at that.
Can you see that? So that was gold left on the plate from this one. And I pulled it with that beautiful tomato red.
I do like that combination.
Isn't
there
that
we go. Finally, it kind of came back in.
lovely?
I used some of those types of prints on the scrolls. Remember the little roll scrolls?
Isabella, you need to holler out there if you see one that just tickles your fancy. She's probably waiting. I would wait. But now, didn't I do this last week?
I believe so, but I think all this was done after. Like, you did all the cool stuff after.
Oh, here we are.
There's
Patience.
Rejoice. Oh, no, the Rejoice is the other one. This is Patience.
This is Patience. Can you read it? Can you read it?
Just hold it up to a mirror. It's fine. I could flip the camera.
A backwards writing so that you can get away with, having... I'm always going, why are all those words?
Backwards.
I don't know. All right, I'm going through these pretty rapidly.
But this is what we're trying to attempt to talk about. Like, do you have the ones that are in the order? Because you put them in the stack there. But of the 3 poles. You had the examples of the 3 poles.
I haven't got to those yet. But I love this one. Oh, it's coming up.
It's coming up.
It's coming up. It's bugs partying. Look at that. Can you see?
That one bug's a bad juggler, I think.
She's jumping up and down on the bed, Mariah.
Oh, okay.
And those are motion marks.
Motion marks. Not bad juggling.
And she'd be armpit juggling.
Yeah. Or she was fed up with it because nobody's watching her.
These two over here are fussing and fighting. And I think this one here, he's just he's trying to interact with her, but
maybe she's throwing the balls at him.
She's not having any of it. Okay. And here's the ghost pull. But isn't that lovely? See? Can you see
it? Can you see it? I do. I like them both. I think it's hilarious.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of bugs they are.
Well, they're specialty bugs.
Specialty bugs.
Okay, so here we are. Boy, they're not stuck together. Paper clipped together. That's always a good thing.
Purposefully paper clipped.
Okay, this is one. I can't believe I don't have these in order. That was just wrong. This is two. Now, that's number 1. How do you know? Because of those little squishy marks. Remember I showed you those squishy marks. I hope those don't get stuck together.
Isabella likes the red one so far. That's a very good choice.
And then this is number 3. And finally, number 4. 4 prints from one
mark making.
Yeah. Now, I think that's just downright. And I discovered this totally by accident. Yeah. And here's where, this is the reason I have this one here. This is when I discovered you can pull mirror ghost prints using the stylus.
Yes.
And
now, you did that one last week.
I think I did do that one last week. But can you see it? Can you see it?
We need to send those off to...
Yeah, these go to Lisa. Yeah, they're part of her...
her frilly.
I'm going to hand you those.
Izzy loves some frilly as well. Christy says she loves the bugs.
Christy loves the bugs. Oh, Christy, I'll send you those bugs. Okay, now this is an interesting one.
Marianne was also into the bugs. She saw the bugs. She totally got it.
Oh, good. All right, now here's 3 prints from one drawing.
Yeah.
This was number 1. I pulled it with the brown paint. This was all white. So then I went over it with the turquoise. Pulled it. There's still some stuff on the plate, so I used some more turquoise.
Well, and so to kind of, sorry to jump in there, but because there's some comments in the chat and everything, what's really great is you can take those number 1, 2, 3 pulls and do another layer. Do the transparent over them, and then you have almost exactly the same. Or you can do like reverses of...
Yeah, flip them.
Flip them.
Yeah, you got options.
Yeah. We just think it's really cool. And it's very much a transfer...
Yeah.
Across.
Oh, now that one snuck in. That's next week. Can't see that one. I had a hard time. Okay, here's some more. And I really...
You went with a little winter.
Yeah, and I lost the other ones that go with this. I just flip them over there. But you can see this is kind of the same thing that we're doing there.
She might have even gel printed over them.
Yeah, probably did. Okay. I think
I'll take those. If you want to hand them back over so it's not in your area.
Yeah, and you saw that from last week, and this is another print pulled from this.
And
as you
that'll
can
be cool
see.
too. Like if you do another one, maybe you should put that in that stack, like just to go over it, because you'll see some interesting things show up.
Yeah.
Like you go, oh, well, that doesn't look like much, but there's going to be more.
Because there is actual physical,
yes,
you can feel it, texture there.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not bothering with those. I'm just going to hand them across.
That. Yes, there we go.
All right, now, maybe our little plate should be dry.
This chair, I swear, is getting squeakier by the day. I keep threatening. I'm going to grease it up.
Well, you need to use axe grease because that WD-40
we
is
had
not...
a conversation about what type of grease that should be used on the chairs.
Okay. If you do not have this in your painting repertoire,
yeah,
it is a definite.
It's worth it.
It's very spendy, but I mean, I've had this for what?
Oh, like since you first started.
Yeah.
Because a little bit goes a long way.
A little bit goes a long way, and I'm really mad at myself for wasting that. So, we'll just do a little. Don't waste the golden paint, and when you go to price it, you'll know why I'm doing that. Muss it about a bit.
Muss it about.
Muss it about. Now we need to get some paper on there and stop yammering.
I've got to skip forward. I feel like I'm miles away. There we go. Boy, when you grab that brayer, you do it very quickly, and then we go to, blur land.
How are we doing?
Yeah, you're still blurry. But there we go. We're back.
Okay.
I think I need a hat break. Look, you guys get to see my hair. Nobody ever gets to see
I turned this over, and this was an accident. I think I don't know. Anyway, what you can do is you can test whether it's going to come up or not.
Ooh.
But now, isn't that usually this, and it still has a little stuff on there. And that'll be lovely to pick up with something else.
All right, hold that up into the... There you go.
But it started out...
And it will have an amazing...
as this.
Texture to it, too.
And ended up with this. And I have this really nasty little icky mark on this. I'm
that blop.
very upset about that.
The blop.
The blop. Okay, now I need to do something on this so it can be drying. What am I going to do?
Oh yeah, the Baron is awesome.
Yes, my hands, and you can kind of see they're really in pretty good shape right now. But if I rub that paper, that's what I've decided. It's not the paint; it's the paper.
Because it sucks all the moisture out of your hands.
And I just end up with itchy, bumpy, grumpy hands.
Grumpy.
Okay. We need to put something on here. And okay, let's do...
Hey. Are we ready to transition to a
No.
new thing? Okay, no. All
No,
right.
we're not ready for that quite
She's not
yet.
ready for that yet.
Not quite yet. Okay, where... I need an impression plate.
Oh, I have that right here.
Because I think that this is a really, really good time to use this. Could you take those apart and hand me one of the smaller ones? Thank you. Because we're going to pick up, remember, whatever's on the bottom is what's going to be on the top.
Oh, here, I think we need to just,
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good one.
So, this is a combo between Water Babies and our new Twirly Teardrops on Celestial Snowshoes. It's a mouthful, but it was well worth it because they're so beautiful, and you guys gave such great submissions. It was very difficult. You notice I picked 3 and kind of did a mashup of them. But then this is what you can do if you had both the ATC and the smaller, because in Water Babies, I have it just so you have the water ripples too. Like, that's an option to purchase it like that. And you could combo it like this. Impression plates give you this option to create kind of these different scenes you can mix up
Okay.
in different stencils.
Yeah, I want to talk before I
Okay.
put this down there. I need to do it quickly. I could let this dry and pull it with another color, and you know what? That's what I'm going to do.
Ooh, just gonna let it dry, pull with another color.
Pull it with another color.
I agree with this. Would you like to show some of these examples?
No, I'm going to pull some of the stuff off.
Okay. Very good.
All right, here we go.
The little scene.
The little flower scene.
So remember, this had the white transparent, and then Pete came in, did the drawing with the ink on top of the dried white transparent, and then put the blue on the back. Then let it dry. She's pulling that now.
Probably should have let it dry a little bit longer because I'm pulling some of the stuff off. But look at that. Isn't that cute? Now what I could do is I can come over this with something else and draw on top of it. Run it through again. Look at that nice shimmery quality there because that's in that blue. Very muted, very lovely, I think.
Oh, we have new people. Oh, Carrie, hello, yes. Oh, their clocks went back.
What?
Carrie, in the UK, their clocks went back.
Oh.
It's funny that they do it like this week and then we do ours on the 7th. Boy, it gets confusing. Who all decided these things?
I don't know. They certainly didn't consult me.
And Lori's here. Good morning. I love that.
I do too.
And this was that it's really quite simple, but very dramatic, very cool results. Fan brush using the golden, what's golden?
Golden,
Azo.
no, iridescent bronze.
There we go.
Fine, whatever that means. I don't know if they have
It is a fine paint.
gritty.
Gritty.
I don't know that. I do not know that. But there we go. Isn't that just absolutely stunning? I think it's stunning.
I love it. I don't know what we're going to do with it.
I don't either. I'll send it to Lisa. She always does cool things with them. Okay, now. I'm going to go ahead and pull, or get something down.
Oh, hello, Heather.
Get something down on this, and then we'll start with...
And those of you that are new, or if you are watching the replay, please give us a thumbs up on the video. That is much appreciated. One of these days, we will actually reach 2,000 subscribers. That will be very exciting. We will do our giveaway and all of that. And be sure to remember to come back. Leave a comment on this particular video and any of the last ones if you do want to be entered into the 2,000 giveaway. The bag is growing. It'll probably end up being a box. I'm quite sure of that. But right now we've got a pretty fat bag of things. This doesn't even include like the stencils and such that we will be including. We should probably throw in some impression plates too. That'll be fun. We'll do that.
Okay, this was Martha Stewart silver with some other mucky muck that was on my brayer.
Mucky muck.
Mucky muck. Oh, come on, paper.
Come on, paper.
All right, and we will...
The cool thing about this, well, you'll see it here in the... I love this technique, therapy.
Nice straight line.
It's all right.
It helps if you have that, because if you don't... we're going to let that dry a while.
All right. That needs some time to think about what it's done.
That needs some time.
Or what it's going to do.
I am absolutely going to. Okay, we're almost dry there. Now, what's next?
Well, you've got your impression plates. We got a couple things on the back burner there that are drying. Is that one dry?
Yeah, this is the 8x10, yeah, that has the
Oh.
impression.
Oh, from the ink.
From
Round.
which one was it? Oh, it was this one that I
Then did a little
brayered
bit of
off my gold onto. Okay, remember? This is what it looked like. All right, now in order to pull this, we need kind of something that's a little bit darker than what we used. So we have some nice contrast there. Let's go. This is my go-to.
Oh, we have a lot of guys, you guys from Canada in here today. From, let's see here, Alberta, Nova Scotia, and then Toronto.
Oh.
Our Canadian crew.
Our Canadian crew. I loved, I don't know who it was, but did you see the pumpkins that had the, cucumbers and face mask and cucumbers on the eyes and head wrap, they'd been to the spa. That is Canadian. Thanksgiving. I just thought that was, or a Canadian Halloween.
Yes.
I guess they don't necessarily do Thanksgiving either.
No, they have there is Canadian Thanksgiving, because remember it's before our it was like a couple weeks back.
Oh, I'm hoping this comes
She doesn't know these
off. Really, I'm thinking about something else.
You think it's gonna? Are you gonna get it?
I don't know.
Fingers crossed, guys.
This is kind of a hit and a miss.
Yes, in our UK crew.
It's not pulling it up off the plate.
But you got some interesting stuff nonetheless. Still, there's something happened there.
Okay.
That's kind of
good to know. All right, we're just gonna go for.
She's going all in.
All in.
I think you're gonna obliterate it.
Oh, I don't think so.
We'll see.
Anyway, it'll be interesting. Have a nice black background to work with.
Yeah, that'd be great for stenciling.
Hey, I used some of my black
I
brayer
don't know.
offs.
Hey, it looks great.
I'm treading very softly here.
Yes, I see.
Because I'm trying not to.
And it's really freaking the camera out, going from all the lightness to then this black tar pit. It's like, what is happening?
Now, this is some of that fluid acrylic that dries rather rapidly, and you do not want to be sitting around and
Oh, hey, Sandy.
contemplating your navel on this one.
Don't be contemplating your navel on this one.
I watch videos and I see people, talking about what they're going to do while their paint's drying on their
Yeah, you need to pull it.
gel plate, and you need to get something down there.
That's not going to pull.
You can yammer on once you get some paper down.
We do that with love.
Hey, more unsuccessful gel plate pulls are caused from lack of moisture than they are from too much moisture.
Moist is not the problem. Dry is.
Dry is, you're just putting dry on dry. Now, come on, folks.
Sharon says your navel, like your belly button.
Yeah,
You're
contemplating your navel.
See you. Come here, you'll hear all kinds of interesting things.
Ah! No worries. Well,
It's a beautiful black snowstorm you got there.
it's Halloween night, Mariah.
Right.
See that ghost in the background?
I do.
I think it's at the cemetery. I believe I see a cemetery stone over there. Yuppers.
Yep. That's going to be a stencil.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what's really cool, though, is this stuff that's left on
Yeah,
here.
there's
This
still some
smoky black stuff.
Swirl bit.
Okay, what we're going to do now is I'm going to take this impression plate. Gotta keep my stuff as inching in. And I'm going to do one on this side, and I'm going to do one on this side. And
hello, Lynn Ann.
what's kind of cool with that is because the edges of the impression plate are actually going to become a frame.
Oh, look at her. She's getting crafty here.
I'm getting crafty. And I do want to do a bug. Remind me to do a bug, okay?
All right.
All right. So I want something...
Sharon says I don't hate that.
She doesn't hate what?
The black snow store.
Hey, I've already got plans for that.
Yeah, she does.
I do. And I'm trying to find...
Ones like that look so awesome with like stenciling on top of it. They make great pages. I mean, a lot of that, like in P's art book, those are the perfect ones.
Mo, if you're watching, this has tar gel in it.
What number is that?
This is number 15.
All right, and those of you that are new or haven't been, to one of the live streams before, a lot of the little jars that have numbers, when we call those off, reflect the book that is available both in our Facebook group, the Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group, or you can go to our website and it is a free download. You just have to fill out the information kind of like an order, but then you can download it there as well. But we also, you want to check back because we do update it with either new mixes or if P has kind of altered something, we will reflect that in the book. I haven't updated it in a while because she's really been mixing a lot of the same ones, which she has enjoyed.
Yeah, because this one right here, it's really a go-to.
Do you have
The reason I'm able to do this, one of the things in my mixed up paint is I have added a dollop of retardant in every single one of them. So I've got some time to play around here and not have to worry about my paint drying up and not being able to pull a print. So,
very important information.
It really is. I can't stress enough that...
Use your Baron.
Thank you. I mean, my hands have gotten a lot better since I started using this regularly. That's so weird when you're going across there, you can feel those bubbles.
Oh, underneath there?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden they go bloop.
Christy wants a pumpkin. We do have pumpkin stencil.
Yeah, we do.
We have so many of the characters. Now. Hold on, you freaked the camera out. Hold it up and then bring it down slow.
Good.
Yeah.
Now?
I apologize to those of you that have any kind of...
Yeah, are we
Yeah,
good?
you're good.
Well, you got to tell me. I don't know.
It's funny how much...
I just
stitching
love this
moving
because it
around
kind of
today.
looks like it's moldy.
Oh, it does.
I think that's quite nice. And I still have some stuff there.
And some other interesting little marks. And what's... I think what I'm seeing there is some of it held back from the impression plate.
I think you're
From the earlier layers as well.
I think you're absolutely right. We're going to put some more dark stuff down here.
Now we have about 40 minutes. I would love for us to be able to get to this here, this business.
Okay.
Because I think that will really resonate well, especially with the whole transfer business.
This is another black.
This is black.
But it's a different black because it has retardant in it.
Was this the transparent black? That you remember?
I don't know.
This might be the one that from a while back, streams ago. Oh, she's going to draw you a pumpkin. There, Christy. Oh, yes. Christy says so. You can use your embossing folders as texture plates as well. That is true. You want to make sure you clean them up, though. That paint gets stuck in there. It's going to make your embossing a little harder to do.
Yeah, it is. Okay, this is very, very wet. I'm going to put it aside. Oh, come on.
Booger.
Booger. Well, it might be the pumpkin that was at the graveyard.
In the snowstorm.
In the snowstorm. I don't know.
Halloween.
And this is so weird. See those little
Yes.
marks on the back there?
What is that from?
Well, you remember our glass
Beads?
beads? This is the back of my plate. I don't really care. I kind of think it looks cool. But, yeah, FYI, you need to be careful. Now, I could probably soak those out.
Yeah, if you do the, like, you know, rub it down a little bit and then, like, let it sort of flip it and then keep moving it or something like that. I keep reading those. I see those posts. That is.
Okay, let's pull this with some, what? Gold.
Remember, this is Water Babies, the kind of ATC size, and then the ATC size of the Twirly Teardrops on Celestial Snowshoes. And we're going to send one to Kylie Koo just so she'll sing
Uh-oh. Got a little black on there. I'm sure glad I wrote that on my hand before I... Jeez Louise. Clean your brayers.
Oh, I hope this is as wonderful as I want it to be. Gold is just lovely.
Yeah, it is.
There you go. She's bringing on to the snowstorm.
Yeah. And look at it. It's going to be wonderful. I've already got plans for that. But I need to not lollygag.
She's lollygagging.
Because that gold paint dries quickly.
Yes.
That's one of the things we love about it, and that's one of the things we hate about it.
Laura says moldy is creepy. Yes, moldy is creepy. Oh. Some little bits left behind there, but that's alright. Oh, that's so pretty.
Ancient, you know, Sanskrit text, whatever you...
Well, and Mo said in the Facebook group when I posted that one, because I just couldn't wait, I was just like, it's so pretty. That I just love that whole drippy thing, and it has a very deep and, you know, like it should be hanging up in a yoga studio.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, now I think I can get rid of these because we decided we weren't going to do anything with those. All right, now what's our next push here? Mariah.
Sorry, I was reading the chat there.
Yeah. I figured you were. Atención, por favor.
I want to do this. And you can tear them up or whatever if you want to do your little plate. I don't care.
All right. Now this is a tricky process.
Should I explain what those are to begin with?
Yeah.
Okay, so P has this little journal that she does a lot of doodles and scribbles and things, and
When I'm watching murder.
yeah, took a picture of it, and I've used it. I even have like these little backgrounds that we use for our ATCs that have this, and it's basically a repeated pattern that I've taken into Photoshop and made sure that it is extremely high contrast. Because the original has some more gradient, like, areas, grayscale. But I really punched it up.
Yeah.
And then I make sure when I print it on the laser printer that it is done on the best setting. So it pushes the most toner onto the paper. Also very important to use premium, high quality printing paper. Or, you know, like for the printer. And you get these nice graphics printed. And then we're going to see if we can do exactly what she had done with that example. So show the example again, not that one.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just thinking that I'm not. That's really kind of poopy.
Yeah, it's sort of meh. She got some cooler ones with that effect, with the ink on the plate and over, right, because that was over one of the white transparent layers.
Yeah. And my transparent layer obviously wasn't quite transparent enough. The thing about it is if you want to get that, if you want your brush strokes to be able to show up, you've got to have something down there other than just this plate, because if you don't, it's just going to bead up and be, you know, well, what it is.
Mush.
So, that being said,
although you did get that great murdery scene.
I did.
Out of that
You see,
mush.
you just...
But you had to come back in with the stylus and make sure you had some interest put down.
Yes, absolutely.
Versus just the mush.
Yeah. Okay, basically what I'm going to do is, you know, cut these in half. I'll do it here so I don't have to do it on my... no. Oh, that's
Tends
good.
to cut a little straighter when it's not.
As I feel quite sure that we're going to have to do this more than once. And you know what? I'm going to leave that one like that because I'm going to pull my pumpkin.
With that? Oh, that'll be cool. I think.
Well, no, I'm going to pull my pumpkin and use the 8x10.
Okay.
But we're going to start off with this. And I don't really remember what...
Well, look at your example again. I think it's at the bottom of your pile there.
No, here it is. Okay, so basically...
I told her to write this down.
Well, you know, it was so long ago that I did it that I can't remember what color was on top that I used originally. Because that's my pull color.
I think you used that iridescent. That's what I feel like.
Well, yes, on this one I did. But I didn't on... Okay, here, we'll just...
Pink.
Pink!
This one's for you,
This was
Carrie.
on sale. 40% off, or I would never have...
Purchased so much
But
pink.
you know what is so funny is I find myself... I've used this pink a lot, and I like it with this other green that I've got.
Well, you know what I could do? I can add this to our shop as just a download, a digital download. It's an awesome, like, just doodle thing that you can
Okay,
layer
this
with.
is really not what I wanted.
No?
This is very opaque. But I don't know. What the heck?
What the heck?
We'll use it.
See what happens.
See what happens. Is this the big one?
No, it wasn't.
That's right.
There you go. Looky there. Use your baron. Use your baron. Use your baron.
Thank you.
I'm trying to save her fingertips. She's just...
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, these have sharp edges.
Yeah.
Pieces of paper.
Thank you, Chris. We do appreciate that. I'm really hoping this does some cool things here that I want it to do, and think that because there's much discussion about all this business. And yes, looky there. Boom.
Boom chakalaka.
Boom
Okay.
shakalaka.
Now, I'm going to let that dry.
Leave it alone.
Leave it
This is one of those moments you can
alone.
get chatty, talk to your friends, call somebody on the phone, get on to FaceTime, do some things. Clean up the studio.
Well, I put that way
Yeah,
down
she
on the
does.
list there.
She
But
can
now,
find other
this
things.
this is still really cool. Cool looking thing that I will probably do some more gel plating on this.
It'll get
And
layered up.
Mariah will use it in her, you know, fussy collage
Oh,
stuff.
what kind of cutting do you do?
Fuddy.
Fuddy.
I fuddy cut. I don't fussy cut.
I was like, that's great. She's like, I fuddy cut that. And I was like, what?
Now, you know, I can come in with this and do a little brush strokey stuff there and bring that pumpkin back to life. But I think it's a good place to start.
Yeah.
I'll send this to you, Christy.
She's going to send you that pumpkin.
I'm going to send you that pumpkin. All right, now we still have a little bit of smushy stuff there, which I have no problem with whatsoever.
And a inkjet will not work. Now, there are techniques for people to do certain kind of... We've never done it. I don't know that much about it. It requires, like, oils and... I don't know. Burning
Stinky
sage.
stuff. Yeah.
There's a lot of...
Hey, you just go online. I mean, there are tons of videos with the transfer business.
Yeah.
You don't ever have to worry about there not
We
being.
even have one, but no, not with the inkjet though. We've never done the inkjet transfer. We should try that. But it all seems very complicated, like oils and things.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. I just
We don't know yet.
just not a big fan.
Maybe next year.
Okay, I'm going to try.
I'll
I'm
be a
going
2022 thing.
try some different colors here. I know I've got a bit of work time built in because I have my retardant in every one of these. And these are all fairly transparent. Some more than others.
Oh, are you kind of going to do a little ombre kind of thing
I
there?
am.
Oh, I'm very
I
proud
am,
of you.
I
I
am.
love it when people do this.
Yeah.
I talked to her about this style. I like it. Now, which one is that?
It's a custom mixture.
Does it have a number?
No.
No.
It was some leftover stuff that when I was cleaning out and doing all of my...
It's part of the not to be numbered because we don't really know, and there's no way that that one can be reproduced.
And it's really awesome.
It's kind of a crazy good green. You heard it here. I said good green. Don't get too crazy with that green.
Mixing on the plate.
I'm sure some people are like, oh my God, what are you doing?
We're getting some fall colors in here. Boy, I'll tell you what. If we would get a hold of Susan, she would just...
Oh, yes, these are very Susan Taylor Brown colors.
I don't want to get Christmas in here, but
Yeah.
may have.
What are you doing there? That's her favorite coral. P's favorite coral. She likes to throw a little bit of that into a lot of things.
All right, now what happens when you mix complementary colors? You get a lovely brown.
That is true. You got kind of a rusty thing going there, and I like it.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Every time you go for that prayer or the parrot, it just the camera goes, what? What's happening?
Well, do all cameras do that, or is it just because...
Well, it's an autofocus thing, and then there's a lighting thing, and there's about 20 million things that my brain
Well, you just need to shut off whatever automatic thing that is.
Well, I'm afraid if I do that, then things could go real south. I don't know. But see, that was perfect, because as you pulled that very slowly...
Look at that. Isn't that
So that's
just...
wonderful in itself. So even if the transfer doesn't work...
You've got a lovely... Oh, but you know, when I turn that, can you see the shiny?
There's a shimmer.
That's what's creating your...
So you can do this with a lot of your stuff. And now, here's the thing. Like, if you don't want to do the or you can't do the transfer thing, you can still make beautiful papers like that, doing just layering and using your transparent paints.
Oh, yeah, from
On
your
an
regular
inkjet.
printer.
Yeah. Or coloring books. Now, I bet you coloring books, certain ones, you'd be able to get some.
Okay, we're bringing pink back.
Bringing pink back.
Gonna pull. What are we gonna pull? Okay, so we want something that's contrast. This is a transparent layer that we've got here. So I really think we want to stay with our more transparent.
Well, it wasn't that transparent. The line work wasn't.
No, but you can still, I mean, I can still see through it here.
Okay.
All right, let's try it. What about this?
Ooh, I like the, I mean, really seriously.
I think this
Come
might
on.
be just absolutely stunning.
Stunning.
Stunning. Stunning stuff. Peacocky.
Peacocky.
We'll send this to you, Lisa.
For her next peacock turtle. They were like, yeah, you need to do another one.
And
So we
this
got
is
some
going to,
peacock
look,
business.
we've still got brown on here.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we have 20 minutes. We need to bust out with the mandala.
Okay, I promise this is
Okay.
the last one. I'm getting some of this brown from the brayer
I actually like that. I was a little
On
like,
to-
oh, crud. What are you doing? But that.
onto this little baby here. And I'm going to leave that on there because that's some good stuff, Maynard.
Good stuff, Maynard. Now, when this pulls, and if it does do everything, I would love to see some hearts and love and fireworks. Because I know my heart's going to just go, ah. That's sort of how I feel about these sometimes. Oh, hello, Sherry. Welcome.
Yep.
Not quite yet.
Not quite yet.
Keep a rubbing.
Keep a rubbing. And actually, I could, what have I got going here? I've got a bunch of empty plates. So I can put this one.
Boy, our bit rate's been a little funny this morning. Not sure what that's all about. Maybe YouTube, maybe us. I don't know. Ooh. Okay, hey, and bring your hand up to the camera. Slow. Thank you. Here. She's now she's just being silly.
Look at that.
Woohoo! Now, if it will just actually pull like that. Oh, looky there. All right, guys, give us some hearts, some love. Claps,
and I still have
fireworks.
some wonderful oopie goopies on here.
Well, hold it up. Let us see a little bit. Oh, it's a little bit oopie goopies. But man, oh man, that is exciting stuff right there. Oh, that makes me so happy.
I'm really happy for y'all to love on that because that is definitely a one of a kind. All right, now what's Mariah wanting me to do? Oh, she wants me. I think that. Sure, you don't want me to just keep on doing this?
Showing that for the next 20 minutes. You guys good with that? I'm going to talk about some things.
Okay.
We're like, we really should leave on the good print.
Yeah, no kidding. Instead
we never do that.
Instead of one of my map prints.
Check back next week. We'll have this figured out.
Surely we will. Okay. Now. All right. I need the stencil.
Okay.
Please, por favor.
I think you have the mandala. I do not have it in
yes, you do. It's on the other. Oh, you're right.
Yes. Because it's a little bit bigger.
Absolutely right. Because I put them in the...
Now, let me talk about... This is the latest stencil set. This was the one that, let's see, Isabella, Leslie, and Debbie helped name. They will be getting the ATCs because they helped us name these. The mandala kind of came afterwards, so you have options to purchase either the ATC. There's like the border one that has 2 of the styles. Then there's the larger one. Here, I have them here. Why am I just, talking about them and not showing them? Here's the larger one. This is the little border one. And then after, watching and talking about, yes, this business here, which is the Doily making, our wonderful, lovely Judy has a video. If she wants to drop that link in there, please do that.
Please do, because Judy, this is for those people who were moaning about your doilies not having holes in them.
Yeah, your doilies don't have to have holes.
And all this is the old, remember y'all, now, come on.
Snowflakes.
Snowflake.
She said don't call it a snowflake.
The old snowflake fold.
Yeah.
And you cut you cut these jobbers out first because then you can get your hole punch in to the areas that you need to. And you can make this as lacy as you want to. And, if you have a really super strong hole punch.
Yeah. Or a leather punch is really great. We have a leather punch.
Okay, can you see where I'm going here? And make your edges kind of frilly, looking like a doily. I could still get the hole punch in here and do some more, but my hand was hurting.
Yeah.
Because you're going through 4+ pieces of paper.
And she doesn't know where the leather punch is.
I don't.
Because that would have actually given you some different size holes, too.
Well, ding, dang, darn.
But there you go.
It's Mariah's being stashed with her stuff again.
Yeah, it's called put away. It's in a drawer.
Yeah.
Where it always is because it has a home.
And that's just such bogus.
Bogus. It's bogus. She says. So
bogus
anyway,
BS.
We
Okay.
had talked about this. We had, she scribbled like little paisleys for weeks and months, actually. And finally, I'm like, all right, fine.
I think she just did it to shut me up.
And then because I knew this was going to take a while to cut. Surprisingly, it actually cuts pretty quick. Surprisingly.
Okay, I don't want to use this. Yes, I do. Okay, this is the flimsy stuff. This is the, what kind of paper you call it?
Paper.
Mineral paper. Okay, you can see this. Okay, do you have the other one? Do you have the one?
I gave it
that I did? Did you show them the finished?
Oh, the finished one.
I think it's in there.
Okay, yeah, hold on.
I think it's in there. All right, now I did that one on the 8x10.
No, I don't have that red one.
No, the green one. The green one with this on it.
I don't have it. I don't think so.
I think you do. I sure hope you do, because I don't know where it is. Oh, well, neither here nor there.
It's the one that I posted.
Yeah. This is your prime opportunity. You know, if you want, we have... The reason Mariah cut this for me on this paper is because we were getting really low on Yupo, and it wasn't going to happen until Friday. Okay.
Yeah, I was getting a little scared that if we had any orders, I was like, because we do everything in Yupo. Now, that being said...
Can you see it?
Oh, yeah. All right, but we need to get to it because we got 15 minutes. Because if you want it to do the right thing, you got to let it dry a little bit, right?
Yeah, but it will dry pretty fast.
Oh, that's right. Because she's going to use the metallic.
I'm going to use the green. And what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to get some different things going on
Yes, Sharon,
here.
it is the stone paper. That is correct. And it cuts really well. And I will say, one of the great things is you can just, if you have a Cricut, I don't know about any of the other machines, don't ask me. If you want to comment below and let us know, like, your settings and things for other machines, like the Scan and Cut or a Cameo or anything like that, great, that's awesome. Much appreciated. Leave it in the comments, you know, of the video or in the chat. But for cutting the mineral paper, the stone paper, I just used the first setting of the vinyl cutting, which is nice. And normally, like with a Yupo, I have to use like the thickest cutting, and it cuts all the way through. But it cuts very quick and clean. And then P likes it because over here on the plate,
it sucks it down there, and you don't have to worry about anything happening under it.
It is extremely gel printer friendly stencil.
Yes, it is.
Material.
I just absolutely, I don't think I could take this to the sink and really give it, a thorough scrub down. But I don't know that. And this would never have occurred had it not been, okay, number one, Lisa was the peacock.
She's like, we've got to do the paisley thing.
And like, then I saw...
Where's your drawing?
I thought, and I gave it to her, but she didn't really use it. She came up with her own. I wasted some paint there. That's really sad.
That's sad.
Sad.
Did you do a good jobber?
You can see it's almost like pulling a print. This is so tight on there. But look at that. Look at the definition. All right, now we're going to let that dry.
Leave it alone.
There's only one little place that I missed there, I see. That's all right.
Okay, I'm not reading the chat very well here. Okay. Well, Sherry, come on over to our shop. We have all kinds of these.
Okay, I have to pull this.
Yes.
Before I continue on, because I do want to do a full one here. Okay, yes, that's dry. That's dry.
I did shrink down the mandala per P's request because she's like, well, this is great if you have a really big plate.
Yes, I've got a small one, and I have it here. Okay, we're doing pink.
This is the U.S. Art Supply, straight from the tube.
Straight from the tube. Straight from the tube. No mixing required.
We love this set of the metallic. They really are great paints. Reasonably priced, great paints. Those are available. Like, I have the affiliate link. Those always help us out a little bit. somehow, some way, someday.
Yeah.
It all adds up, I suppose.
Yes. It do.
It do.
It do.
Oh yes, we have those available over there in Makers. Mo's been so nice. She put together like a nice PDF list.
I was really appreciative because I would go
She
through there.
uses that instead of the one that's on our website.
Mariah, this stuff is so confusing and I have to do so much reading to get
So much
where I
reading.
want.
I'm trying to work out other ways, but they're just right now, this juncture, we don't have a shop front for affiliate. Would be nice. All right, they're looking forward to this bowl. I think that's gonna be kind of cool.
Just look at all the loveliness that we're picking up there. Look at all those. It looks like we have like 100 layers there, but we really only have 2.
Oh, looky there. And you have stuff left.
I've got stuff left, y'all.
Like, hop on that pink. I was a little worried about that. It looks like a shiny brand new penny.
But look at all that lusciousness we have left there.
Lusciousness left.
Lusciousness. Oh, I love that.
I do too. And if you can put your plate down for a second and give us a little shimmery look at that page, that would be super duper awesome.
Now remember, this is the transfer.
Do you have one of the pages there to kind of show what it started out as? Or?
Yeah. This was what we pulled a while ago.
There you go.
So you have this,
Here, I'm gonna
and then
try.
you have this. Remember, I put the green on this side, green on there, and then pulled it with that pink, which this is a cool pink because this pink breaks gold. So that's why you're seeing some of that gold there. Wherever it's kind of thicky, it's going to be gold. But the other part is going to be this really cool looking shiny pink. Oh, I just think this is absolutely stunning.
Yeah. I like
Now,
that.
Lisa, this might work really well for your shabby chic. You let me know.
Oh, yeah.
Lisa is always sending us wonderful things, and I always feel like that.
We just swap.
Yeah, that we
We're
get
in
the
a
better.
constant-
We get the better end of the deal.
We're in a constant swap with Serious Hecka over there.
And also, Judy.
Yes, Judy sends us awesome things. And
Okay.
Anne has awesome stuff. She has the karma like that just,
Oh,
brings
yeah.
all kinds of interesting goodies her way. She has, Anne, I want you to know that P has lost the little metal things. I have asked for them numerous times. And she put them away somewhere. And I really want them because I think that they'd be fun to dangle on things. But one of these days, that's the only reason you haven't seen us use them is because we can't find them. But they will show up.
They will, and I put them someplace for safekeeping.
Yeah. Now you've got a weird blob of kind of turquoise. Is that on the behind of the plate or?
It's on the behind.
Okay, it's on the behind.
And I try not to ever do that because it irritates me to know that.
Yeah.
And it did get on
Yeah,
the
it
plate.
did. That's why I was like, oh, I don't know if that's on the top or bottom or.
Yeah, and I wouldn't
There you
like
go.
that so very much.
Best to wipe your bottom. Sorry, couldn't resist that.
Oh, there's a nice one.
Looky there. That has some stylus work there. Oh no, that's your stamp.
This is one of my my
Oh, Christy said that one looks like champagne, maybe some soul food and sin invites. See, we used to do this event every New Year's Day. We haven't done it in 3 years now? Yeah.
Okay, now you notice I flipped this over. When I felt it, no, I think
'Cause this is brand new.
this is its
Maiden voyage.
maiden voyage. The only other thing I did was, remember I did the
Oh, you did the impression plate.
impression plate.
Sorry, so not total maiden voyage, but
Yeah, but it is for paint because obviously.
yeah.
Hello.
Wow.
Okay, so there's gold underneath that. I want this to show through the gold. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use opaque.
I think we may run a few minutes long today, but
Well,
I'm okay with
you
that.
got some more to go. Don't feel bad. You can watch the reruns.
Reruns.
What do you call them?
They're replays.
Oh, yeah. Watch the replays.
And if you are watching a replay, or actually if you're new to the stream, we are still live right now at this very moment. Or you're watching a replay and then you can still feel like you are. But anyways, go ahead and give us a like on the video. That helps us out. One of these days we will hit the 2,000 subscriber mark, and when we do that, we're going to do a big giveaway. Be sure to come back and make a comment on this video, and even the last few weeks that we've been starting to do this. Up until the point of time that we actually do the giveaway, you can still do all of that. Go back to those old ones, leave comments, watch them, because a lot of those lead up to the things that we are doing right now.
Yeah.
Comment below.
Wine voucher.
We love keeping these things. These are great cards.
And the thing about them is, we laugh about it because, you know, both of us used to drink wine. But when you have a 2-year-old.
And then a 3-year-old and then a 4-year-old, we're still not hitting any point in time when we feel like wine should be mixed with anything.
Yeah. What you keep in your mind is you think about, what am I going to feel like tomorrow morning?
Yeah.
When the child comes and jumps up and down on my head.
Yes. I was just talking at you for hours on end.
Yammering
About things and
this and that and what ifs. Oh, she's into this what if thing.
She is.
Killing me. I'm like, what if someone cut off your tongue?
Oh, see.
And she said, Gigi, that's not going to happen.
She feels very safe in the world. That's good.
I guess she does. She doesn't know how close she comes sometimes. All right, so now, reveal.
Oh, they're having some trick-or-treaters there in the
The
UK.
magic. And we will allow that to dry. And the really kind of sad thing is we're not going to get a lot of that.
Oh, Christy says, so she doesn't have much of the fancy paint, but she uses the 50-cent paints. Hey, those are just perfectly
that's what
fine.
I just used.
Yeah, she used
That was 54 cents.
Yeah. There you go. We're going to end up on this peacock business, and I love it. The Mandala peacocks.
Mandala peacock. Okay, so we want to talk about what am I going to pull this with? I could go with gold. I'm just not loving that. I'm not leaning towards
Well, why
that.
don't we just give it a second and let you guys... What are your thoughts in the chat? We want to know. What would you pull it with?
How about some of that hot pink?
Oh, do you guys vote hot pink?
How about hot pink?
I know Carrie would be all over that. She might have trick-or-treaters, but hopefully she's maybe listening.
Now, I can use a matte paint on this to pull it.
Are you going to do that? Are you going to use that piggy pink?
Piggy pink?
Oh.
What about that?
Oh, yeah. I vote that.
Shaky, 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 shaky. Pink and green's always a good choice.
Bye, Leslie, and congrats.
Leslie's leaving?
Yeah.
She's not going to watch the...
Oh, she'll come
Peacock?
back. You know she'll come back and watch it.
Oh, Leslie, we're going to talk about you while you're gone. Hopefully this is not a map print. If it is, we'll just send it to Leslie. She likes them.
Yeah, she does. Her and Fran are big fans. I don't think it's going to be a matte print. I think you've done enough of these. Like you should feel confident in this poll, P. Come on.
You never know.
You never know.
So
Overconfidence is a real... don't get too overconfident in gel printing.
That's right. Because it'll reach up and smack you in the face. Every time. Every time.
All right. Yes, I was going to say, yeah. Where's your...
Did it freak the camera out?
Oh, thanks, Ann. I know. I was like, all right. I wasn't going to do it. I was hoping people would kind of just sort of make their own.
Do what?
The mandala.
Oh.
But I was like, oh, you know, this would be good in the shop, and I think lots of people will like it. All right, you went fuzzy on us. So pull slowly.
Can't do it.
Okay, that's good because we're still blurry. This will be like a big reveal. And hopefully right about the time that we actually get to reveal it, the camera focuses, and then it's like the big, that we're hoping for. Especially if she flips.
Well, you can see what it's going to look like.
Well, yes.
If it comes off.
Well, especially if the camera focuses in.
Oh.
I don't know why your flippy business is just so nuts today. Normally it's not this crazy.
Is it?
There
back?
you go. See, that's the right speed of bringing it back in.
And what I think is the coolest thing ever, and I don't know why this occurs, it's like some oxidation happens in there and kind of goes white and fuzzy. I think it's kind of weird.
Yeah. That is interesting.
And I don't really know, and I can see a place where I missed there.
Oh, that's all right.
Oh, well.
What did you tell me? That's like kind of a wall type. Like a worn wall. Oh, you left a little behind, but that's not bad. Not too shabby. Looky, looky there. Alright, guys. Check that out. Can you come? We've pulled everything.
Yeah, we're going to leave on a high note rather than a low note.
This is like first time ever that we've got the pull that we want at the very end.
And look I've got some really cool stuff left there on the plate. But look at this.
I love it. I love it. I love it. They're gasping. They're hopefully applauding.
Did you hear it? Did you hear it?
Did I hear the applause? No.
Now, you do know that we've got another one here.
Oh, do we need to pull it?
Oh, we can't. It's wet.
Okay. Well, why don't you come sit with me and we will tell everybody bye.
Oh, and we need to ask Isabella. Is she still with us?
Isabella, let us know for sure if you do want the red one or which one of the prints. You can even have the peacock.
Yeah, you can have the green peacock. You can have the pink peacock.
Here we are. We're back.
Yes.
All right, guys. This was super duper fun. Have a very safe Halloween.
Yes, please.
Next week, watercolors, I think. Maybe either watercolors or the stenciling. Will you come back and comment to let us know if you want to be entered into the 2000 giveaway, or if you're watching the replay or anything like that? Let us know in the comments if you're interested in doing more stencil work, both like with texture paste and all that. Like we can really dive deep into stencils.
Oh yeah, we can.
Or,
I just barely touched on the surface.
Yeah, or watercolor.
The other thing I can do is I can have all of my plates stenciled and the drawing. So then I just have to do, I can rotate them out, and I'm hoping I can get, I tried to do that the other day and it worked pretty well unless I got kind of a heavy layer on, and I did on the one over there because the one I was dragging the card around. I wanted it heavy because I think it'll have a better chance of busting through to the gold. Because remember, we had that background from the other pull, the transfer.
Lori, you've got to come back to the video and leave it in the comments below. The chat does not count. You must come back and leave the comments on this video. You can go back to prior videos as well and leave comments. Would love those there. And then we will do the 2,000 subscriber, like when we hit it. We have not hit it yet.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends.
That's what I told my husband. I said, you know, go contact
All
all those military idiots and tell them to subscribe. They don't have to watch it, just subscribe.
Just subscribe.
Now, Isabella, you have to go back and watch the reruns because then you can really check them out and see which one you really want.
If you want some other ones. She's trying to bait you on that. Anyway, we'll post some pictures too if you want us to do that.
Yes, you just have to ask.
Yes. And for those of you that are new and haven't been in our live streams before, we have the Facebook group. I noticed Judy posted that into the chat. Thank you for doing that. And you can come over there. That's where we hang out during the week. You'll get little, kind of behind the scenes, a little bit more of the, PM stuff that's going on, plus all of you guys and the awesome things that you make and inspire us with, because a lot of this just would not be without you. It's just very true. And I hope that, this whole stencil thing has really proven that to you, that it's the stuff that you bring. The reason that we did Water Babies is because Mo had this wonderful whole thought and conversation. It was like, all right, well, we need Water Babies. So go and check those out.
And the Mandala, without Judy watching Judy's doily thing, I wouldn't have thought of the Mandala. And the peacock feather.
All right, we're rambling.
Yeah, I know.
All right, we love you guys.
We love you. And you're so important, making us who we are.
And that is so true. All right, so come back, comment, do all that stuff. We love you. We'll see you next week. Make sure you tell us what you want to see.
Yes, please.
Bye.